Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck. We want to give you the true LGS experience. We show up, sling spells, and have fun. Now meet our players for this episode.
What's up, everyone? It's Lynch from I Hate Your Deck. Welcome to another spicy episode with salty people. Yes, I'm your host, Lynch, and I'm going to be playing today Zoyowa, Lava Tongue.
I don't know, but he's a little baby axolotl.
Zoyowa.
And she's adorable.
Zoyowa?
I'm playing Lava Tongue, y'all. It's a goblin warlock with Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, each opponent may discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. Zoyowa, Lava Tongue, deals 3 damage to each opponent who didn't. I'm gonna make you hopefully have choices whether you discard or sack a permanent, and if you don't, I do non-combat damage to you.
That's really cool, Mike. I'm getting like Zozu vibes from Zoyowa.
I just like it's just like.
Yeah, I mean, there's so
I like
many
that
other.
descendant ability too.
What's up, everybody? It's Larry, aka Villainous Killstash. Excited to be back here on I Hate Your Deck. Today I'm going to be playing Moritte of the Frost. It is a 0/0 changeling for 5 mana, 2 blue, 1 green, and 2 colorless. And I may have Moritte of the Frost enter the battlefield as a copy of a permanent I control. Except it's legendary and snow in addition to its other types. And if it's a creature, it enters with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it and has change. I loaded up on clones. I'm going to be copying things. Some of that may or may not be winning me the game. That is, there's some good quality blue spells in here, counters and Cyclonic Rift, so power level wise, it's like kinda up there, and a possible combo path. We'll see how this shakes out.
I noticed both of our commanders who are uncommon could be Pupper.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
could be
Oh, they
Popper.
are, huh?
Man,
Yeah.
You know, just hey, the Popper commander dudes. So you know.
this thing was
just saying.
never a rare, huh?
No, neither is this. This isn't a rare either. We're non-rares, baby, for the non-rare
Man.
commanders.
That's pretty rare to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
Most of
for
them
me.
are like rare or mythic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both uncommon and you both can't pronounce it.
Doing it.
What's up, guys? Balan here, back to slang some spells. Today I'm rolling with Balan, Wandering Knight. So he's my Voltron deck. I have a bunch of equipment here. What he does is he's a 3/3 for strike. Balan has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it. And I can pay 1 colorless and a white and attach all equipment I control to Balan. So I'll bring out a good amount of equipment. I have maybe about 25 in here. Attach them and then try to like alpha strike somebody.
Commander
Typically the goal.
damage.
Yeah, commander damage. Big swings.
My name's Ray. I'm back again, your favorite personality hire, here again to represent all the food decks out here. So today I'm playing a brand new partner commander, the new Doctor Who set, Jenny Flint and Madame Vastra. So Jenny Flint is 1 colorless, blue, and a red human detective. It has first strike and then it has training, and training's a new one that also says, whenever this creature attacks with another creature with greater power, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever you sacrifice a clue or food, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature I control. Madame Vastra costs 2 colorless, a green, and a blue for a lizard detective, and it says it must be blocked if able, and whenever a creature dealt damage by Madame Vastra this turn dies, create a clue token and a food token. So the game plan here is sort of Voltron-y, so I'm trying to swing with Madame Vastra to make your creatures die so I can make clues and foods. I also have a bunch of spells that launch its power at other things, target it to target other things without even swinging, so I can kind of launch it that way, sort of fleeing-esque.
Chef Ray, man,
Yeah.
never ceases to amaze
Yeah.
me.
Sounds like we need to see if you can get your first win here on I Hate Your
this-
Deck.
God damn it!
You got this, dude.
Dude,
I'm gonna do.
don't let this guy jinx you.
I know. I go to bed.
That's
Just
messed
Hey guys, if you really want to support the show, you can join our Patreon. You can talk to me in the Discord or play with a bunch of other fans around the world in the Discord. So check out and support our Patreon. We appreciate it.
I hate your deck.
Let's roll to see who goes first.
Yes.
Today's the day.
6.
Bahan got it.
Today's the opposite.
Today's the day you go last.
That went downhill real
Just
fast.
draw 7.
Draw. Woo. Plains. Pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw, snow-covered forest, K1, cast Llanowar Elves,
The ramp
pass
begins.
the turn.
I will draw for turn, play a mountain. I will tap that mountain. I will play an Underworld Cookbook. Hey.
I know about that card. You know what I'm saying?
I knew you did. The minute I drew it, I was like, I know who will appreciate this. This is the best pod for it to be appreciated.
Yeah, right.
Tap it to discard a card and create a food token. Pay 4, tap and sacrifice the Underworld Cookbook. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
It's a fun little janky common full of flavor.
Full of flavor.
Pass turn.
All right, I'll draw. I'll flood its strand. I'll tap a card and say, go get myself.
Excuse me?
That was fast.
Okay.
And go get myself some sort of an island into play tapped, and I'll pass the turn.
Sounds like you could become an auctioneer.
I'll draw a tapped Emeria Skyruin and pass the turn.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Flooded Grove, I'll tap 3, making green here. I'll play a Cultivate. I'll go Island, and pass the turn.
Untap.
Snow-covered island.
Draw for turn. I will go ahead and play a Mount Doom for turn. I will tap 2, I lose a life, I'll make it black, and I think I should just cast my commander. Death Touch at the beginning of my end step. If I descended, which I haven't done yet, each opponent may discard a card or sacrifice a permanent and deals 3 damage. I think it might be time to try some dissension.
On turn 2, yeah.
Why not? Before I
Never
get
too early to
wiped
descend,
off.
dude, I
So I
guess.
will go ahead. I'll tap the Underworld Cookbook to discard a card. I will go ahead and I'll discard a mountain.
Or we
I
take
create a
3.
food token. I will now go to my end step. Because I have descended by putting a permanent in, Zoyowa, Lava Tongue, is going to give you an opportunity to either discard or sack a permanent, or you did 3 damage.
Already? Like that?
Yes.
Turn 2.
So on my end step, is an end step trigger.
Discard
Are
a
you
card,
sacking or discarding, or are you losing 3 life?
What if I don't want to? Yeah. I will discard Feral Encounter.
Okay.
I'll discard a land.
I'll discard a land also.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a Stomping Ground for turn. I will shock it in. And then I'll tap the Stomping Ground for green, the Triumph for blue, and I'll play Coiling Oracle. When it comes into play, reveal the top card of my library. If it's a land card, I can put it into play. Otherwise, put that card into my hand. So I'll reveal, and it's Animist Might, so it's not a land card, so I'll put that into my hand, and that's it for me. I'll pass the turn.
All right, untap, draw. How many lands do you have?
3.
3. I'll tap 2 in that case and cast Knight of the White Orchid for a strike 2/2. When it enters, if an opponent controls more lands than you, you may search your library for a Plains card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle.
Yep, which Larry
Since Larry
does.
has 3, and that's without my land drop, obviously. I'll play my land for a turn. I'll search for the card. It's gonna come in, but I'll pass the turn this.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play an Alchemist's Refuge as my land for turn. I'll pass the turn.
I will untap. I will draw for turn. I just want to play Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Tap. And we're all going to draw a card and then discard a card. So let's all draw a card,
Draw a card.
and then we discard a card.
I'm gonna discard a Indomitable Archangel.
I'm gonna hope this doesn't hurt me later. Famous last words. I'll discard Aggressive Instinct.
This is tough. I'm going to discard the Containment Construct.
I'll discard Quandrix Command.
So now I can go to second main. I will swing my Lava Tongue at Larry.
I have a blocker too, bro.
You're not going to block with
Oh no?
yourself.
You don't think so?
I don't.
Calls blow.
I block with my elf.
You want to take back shot for that?
No, I want to prior to damage. I'm going to tap this to make green-blue here, activating Alchemist's Refuge. My spells now have flash. So I've blocked. Prior to damage, I'm tapping green-blue, and I'm casting Neoform. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Sorcery. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrificed creature's converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it, then shuffle. I should have done this prior to blocks and killed your adorable little commander.
What's his
But
name?
you didn't.
No, I didn't.
So my commander stays alive. It doesn't even do any damage, doesn't
No.
matter, because you're sacrificing it before that happens.
Correct.
And you're getting a 2 CMC with a +1 counter on it.
Yep.
You definitely should have done it in response.
Even better.
you
I'll
kinda
get Shigeki Jukai Visionary, and he'll get a +1 counter on him
Snake
with an additional +1 counter. Shigeki Jukai Visionary, I can pay 2, 1 green and a colorless, tap him, return him to my hand, reveal the top 4 cards of my library. I may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and I put the rest into my graveyard. And then he's got a second ability, Channel, for double green and double X, discard Shigeki, return X target non-legendary cards from my graveyard to my hand.
Value Town.
It's pretty sweet.
So I'll go to end step. I had a permanent hit my graveyard.
Yep.
So descend will trigger.
Yep.
You have to discard or sack a permanent or lose 3 life.
Everyone?
Yes.
Awesome.
I will be losing 3 life.
Yeah, unfortunately this time I think I will also be losing 3.
I will choose to sacrifice Coiling Oracle. I'm gonna untap, upkeep, draw. I will play Training Center. It comes in untap because I have 2 more opponents. Then I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the thing. Tap this for whatever, tap this for red, tap this for blue. And I'll play Jenny Flint. This is his first strike training, and whenever I sacrifice a clue or food, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature I control. And I'm tapped out. It's to you, brother.
All right, what you got?
Untap. Draw. Play a Plains. I do have the Ameria Skyrim, just for a reminder. I'm almost there. 3 more.
What is
At the
Ameria
beginning
Skyrim?
of your upkeep, if you control 7 or more planes, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Alt tap 5. I'm gonna cast Nahiri, the Lithomancer. So it's a planeswalker. For the +2, it's put a 1/1 white horse soldier creature token onto the battlefield. You may attach an equipment you control to it. -2 is you may put an equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. And the -10 is put a colorless equipment artifact token named Stoneforge Blade onto the battlefield. It has indestructible. Equipped creature gets +5/+5, double strike. Equip 0. So it comes in at 3. I'm gonna hit the -2. Bring it down to 1 and put an equipment from my hand onto the battlefield. General Kabuto. Equipped creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to equipped creature and equip 2.
Shroud and like kind of industry.
Yeah, it's kind of, well, it's kind of a...
It's some sweet tech, dude. It's like
I'll pass the turn after that.
untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a snow-covered island as my land for turn, and I will pass the turn.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either. I untap,
Safety first, bro.
draw
I'm
for
not
turn.
safe.
Play a luxury suite that comes in untap because I have 3 beautiful opponents, which is more than 2.
Oh, making me blush.
Maybe do you guys want to keep drawing cards?
Yes, but not discarding.
Let's just go ahead and draw cards again. So each of us draws a card, then we discard.
Draw. I'm gonna think is what I'm gonna do. I'll discard a mountain.
I'll discard Versus here.
Oh, he's not.
So it's a permanent. Then I'll go to combat.
Do it, coward.
You first strike.
First strike.
Fuckers, all fucking first strike.
You know
man.
who doesn't have first strike?
Shigeki?
I will keep her back for a blocker because Lava Tongue likes to do some blockery. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. End step trigger. You guys will discard, sack permanent, or lose 3 life.
I've done this 3 times. I'm gonna be honest. I fucking hate it. I'll also take the 3.
Take it away. There's
right.
an end step trigger.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'll play Sulphur Falls, which comes in untap because I control an island or a mountain, being those 2 things. I will pay 4, one of those being green, and I'll play Skyshroud Claim. I'll search my library for 2 4s, put them on the battlefield, then shuffle.
Never been a better time for a Skyshroud Claim.
It's a good card.
Especially if you have a 2-drop to also play.
That'd be crazy. Give me a second to
So
play.
what you're saying is...
What would be really wild is if I did that. I will get Taiga,
Uppercut.
and I will get a Tropical Island, which seems like the value of play.
Tropic Thunder, baby.
Tropic Thunder.
There should be a Tropic Thunder alt art for that.
That'd be sick. The flavor text is, I'm a dude playing a dude dressed up as another dude.
I'm a dude playing a dude dressed up as another dude.
I have 2 lands now. I will then use one of these. I'll many parting. I'll go look for another basic land, reveal it, put it in my hand, then make a food token. So eventually, ba-ding, and then I'll move to combat, and I'll do just that. I will swing Jenny Flint your way, just because of the value that it is doing.
I take 2.
And then it's commander damage. So I have 1 land open. I'll pass to you.
All right. I will untap, draw. All right, guys, I think it's time.
Hell yeah.
I'll play a Plains, and we're gonna cast, oh boy, Balan.
Balan.
I'll respond.
By all means.
I'll pay 2 and activate Shigeki, return him to my hand. I reveal the top 4 cards of my library. I may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped and put the rest into your graveyard. I just wanted to have fun with the timing of it.
You reveal
Oh
it.
man, Mind's Dilation was the next card off the top.
sheesh.
You were trying to steal my thunder. I was like
No, I
trying
was
to
trying to
cast
make
my
you think
commander.
maybe I
You're
was
like,
gonna
wicka,
counter it.
wicka. All right, so Balan does resolve.
Hell yeah.
I think so.
I'm gonna hit the +1 right here. Spawn a little white one, little white 1/1. You're at least a 2/2, man. Come on.
Minimum 2/4, dude.
I can attach an equipment I control to it. Larry, because you were trying to be all cool and shit. I don't know why you were doing all that. I'm just gonna swing on you.
Kill Larry World Peace is always
know,
never not
Bahan,
in effect.
The thing about being cool is either you are or you're not.
Well, we're about to find out which you are, Larry.
And they want to know if Larry's the embodiment of fuck around and find out.
Yeah, he is.
It's just 2. It's nothing that
No,
crazy.
that's why I'm not scared, dude.
Yeah, don't be scared.
Take 2.
I'm swinging on you with the Knight of the White Organ for 2.
Cool.
Then I'm gonna pass the turn.
I'll untap, upkeep, draw, play a snow-covered island. I'll pass the turn.
That's the most dildo looking.
Would you?
No, butt plug.
Do you want to go to Dildo Island or Easter Island?
Yeah, Easter
Are they
Island.
both the same island? I don't know. You tell me, dude.
That was the funniest.
Those
It's
guys
like
have
the-
been there a while. Oh, here's the guys sailing
I've
over
had to
to.
work
They're
on-
trying to discover Dildo Island.
I've had to
There
work
we
on
go.
some interesting shows that take you into sex stores, and you'd be surprised the things that you'll see at those stores. They look like that island. There's no. All right, I will untap and draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Wooded Foothills. I'm gonna pay 1, tap a crack attack it, lose a life.
Yeah, you gotta do it faster.
Yeah, I'll let you borrow Devil's butt plug. There you go, guys.
A devil's butt plug.
I mean, dude, if you were to give this island a name, right? Am I wrong, Mike? I don't know.
It's like an icy butt plug.
So for the Wooded Foothills, I'll get a mountain. Comes into play. The Wooded Foothills will eventually, on my end step, trigger Lava Tongue's Descend ability.
He hasn't played anything in 2 turns. That's gotta be a disaster.
No, he's waiting because he's got the Alchemist Refuge.
I can play a 4-drop at instant speed.
I will spend 4 mana. I'll leave the Mount Doom untapped so I don't do damage to myself. I will cast Grief. Response to Grief.
Good grief.
Response.
Nope.
Response. So when Grief enters the battlefield, it's a menace, 3/2, elemental incarnation. When ETB's target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, that player discards that card.
Wait, what happens on ETB?
I choose a target opponent,
Larry.
but is it revealed to everyone?
Yeah, it's
When it's revealed, it's everyone.
Yeah, okay, I'll have Larry reveal his hand.
I'll respond.
Okay.
I'll overload Cyclonic Rift.
Do you have a response?
Pass, I don't have a
All right, I have a response.
Sick.
I'll tap a
Oh
red
my god.
and play red elemental.
No way! No way! Oh my god, you're playing again! That was legit, dude. That was the one.
I've been saving.
Larry, you get a high five too. Everybody Spirit of the game.
Damn. I don't really understand that play.
I want my shit out here.
Stack, Pyroblast,
I have red elemental blast on the stack.
Yeah.
no response, response, response.
No response.
So that
that's
counters
it.
that. Now we have the resolve the Grief trigger.
Yeah.
We get to look at this hand.
You get to exile or discard a
A
non-land.
non-land permanent.
Okay.
Maybe the
is this
Cura is, that's pretty bad.
That's a pretty good one.
And he's close to having enough mana for that.
I have enough mana for that.
Yeah, let's have you discard the Cura.
The Sea God,
God.
for the Grief trigger.
From the Grief trigger resolved, now the stack is empty.
Empty stack.
Larry for 2 command damage. Pass the turn, end step trigger, Lava Tongue, or take 3.
I will choose to sack the food that triggers Jenny Flint, and I'll put a +1 on the counter on another target creature, which I don't have.
I'll sack the token.
Untap, upkeep. And also, there's one thing I learned is that I don't let Larry cast those, and then I draw for turn. No,
There's going to be no shortage of things to counter,
yeah,
or permanents to destroy.
yeah, this is true.
That was a big play.
Yeah,
It was
Play,
a big
that'll
play
be.
for everyone else.
Yes.
I mean, not that much of a big play for you. You saved yourself a little mana.
yeah. Play a Stormcarved Coast. It comes in untapped because I have 2 more other lands. Green, blue, and 2 to play Madame Vastra. Must be blocked if able. Whenever creature dealt with Madame Vastra this turn dies, create a clue token and a food token. Pay 1 green. And I will cast Animist Might. It costs 2 less because it targets a legendary creature I control. Target creature I control deals damage equal to twice its power to target creature or planeswalker I don't control. So I will target Madame Vastra. It'll deal 6 damage to Lava Tongue.
Cup.
All right, on Lava Tongue's death, I get to make a clue token and a food token because that's what Madame Vastra says. So there's my clue and my food. I will then go to combat and I'll swing the 2/2. That's bigger than I wanted it to be. I'll swing the 2/2 Yoroi Lynch. First strike.
Okay, I will take 2.
Okay.
Go to 33.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Prior to the end of your turn, I'll pay 2. I'll use Balan's ability, and I'll attach General's Kabuto on Balan.
Yeah, his ability breaks the sorcery speed attachment issues.
Exactamundo. Untap, draw.
You have 2 blue possible open, huh?
It's kind of crazy how that worked out. It's kind of like I did on purpose or something. You know?
I'll tap 2. I'll cast a Relic Seeker. Kind of dirtily, but he has Renown 1. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, if it isn't renowned, put a 1/1 counter on it and it becomes renowned. So basically only triggers 1 time. When it becomes renowned, you may search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. So I have to like do damage with it and it triggers and I search once and then it doesn't do anything anymore. But I did cast this, so what I'm gonna do is hit a +1 here, take this to 3, spawn. Oh, it's a +2, dude. I messed up before. So then I'll do the +2. I'll take it to 5. I'll spawn a 1/1 white core soldier creature token. I may attach an equipment I control to it, so I will not.
Good thing to read the card, huh? It's amazing how much we forget to read the cards.
I know. I'll tap 3. I'll cast the Darksteel Plate. I should have cast it before I did this one, so it would attach to it, but it doesn't really matter. Not a big deal. I guess I can swing, huh? I mean, it's pointless not to swing, right? So
Yeah.
I'll swing 3 on you, Lynch.
Is it first strike?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take 3.
Pass the turn after that.
Untap, upkeep, draw. A snow-covered island as my land for turn, and I'll pass the turn.
Wait, pause. That's 3 straight turns. Is no one nervous, or is it just me?
I'm always nervous. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Sweating from my toes right now, and no one's gonna do anything to stop Larry. And I tried my best.
I got wrecked last turn cycle. Absolutely, like, pulled behind the woodshed and whooped, dude.
Not the whoop.
I'm gonna play a Sokazan. All right, I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing at you for the 3/2.
Me?
I'll come at you for 3.
3/2 minutes?
3/2 menace.
Okay, I'll block with both of these.
So this dies.
Yep.
I then will tap 4, recast my commander Lavatongue.
Oh, that's not at all what I thought was going to happen.
Are you moving to end step?
Not yet.
Can I respond to your cast?
You can respond to the cast.
I'll respond to the cast. I'll just pay 2, and I'll crack a food to gain 3 life. I've sacrificed a food, so this gets a +1/+1 counter on it.
I am going to pass the turn. I descended with Grief entering, because this is an end step that just says if I've descended. So you may discard a card, sack, or lose 3 life.
I would choose to lose 3 life, which is why I sacrificed that food token. Ah, yeah. That was an end step trigger, so I'll
Everyone's doing it.
I don't want to be left out.
draw for turn.
You're about to say rar instead of drawer.
Rawr for turn.
I will play a force for turn. I will tap the force and a sulfur falls for 2. I'll sacrifice a clue token to draw a card. On the clue sacrifice, I'll put a +1/+1 counter on something that's not Jenny Flint, that being her. I will then move to combat. So I will swing. No, I want it to die.
It's a 1/1.
I know, I want it to die.
To my guy today?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're definitely not going to hit me with that commander because I can't give you a clue or a food.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I love coming to dinner at
Friends.
Chef Ray's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is that you haven't played anything in 3 turns. Declare both attackers at you. Her training trigger will activate. Because she's attacking with something with a greater power, Madame, she gets a +1/+1 counter. So now this is a 3/3 first strike, and this is a 5/5.
Everything on me?
Yep.
That's cool.
So this must be blocked, and this has first strike.
Okay. I must be blocked this one.
Okay.
I'll take 3.
A creature died with this, so I'll make a clue and a food.
Make that clue. Make that food.
I did.
Where's your Academy manufacturer?
Oh, that would be
it's
disgusting.
I bet it
Oh,
is.
it's all, come on. I need to buy more than
Bootlegger
one
stash?
copy. You should see me move that thing around.
It's your thing. You might as well have multiple.
I will tap 2. I'll sacrifice the clue token. Clue token dies. This triggers. I'll put a +1/+1 counter here, and I'll draw a card. And that's it for me. I'll pass the turn.
All right. I will untap.
He's on turn 7 now.
Yep.
Draw.
Yeah, dude, we're friends. We've been friends. Other than the Cyclonic Rift, which is the oldest.
Wow.
The oldest?
Yeah, we matured.
It's like Larry. We have a lot of untapped blue. I'm your friend. I feed you. I didn't hit you.
I haven't drawn any extra cards.
I'll move to combat. Responses to combat.
You're in combat.
I'm going to swing with this. You, Larry.
Okay. I will not block.
He'll do damage. He'll get the renown trigger. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on him. And I'll search. Whenever it becomes renowned, you may search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand.
There's a card called Food Coma now.
Isn't that if you make coma into a food token? It's a food
So what do you
so stupid.
I'm gonna get the Colossus Hammer.
Heyo.
Ooh.
Does it come in?
It goes in my hand.
hand.
Equipped creature gets +10/+10 and loses flying. Equip 8, 1 to cast. I don't need to equip, so I can attach as I choose so. I'm gonna tap 1 and I'll cast the Colossus Hammer. Then I'll tap 3.
Notably keeping 2 open for his commander's ability.
Notably. I'll cast Whisper Silk Cloak. I'll hit the +1 right here, going to 7.
+1 or +2?
It's +2 from
Okay.
5 to 7. I'll spawn a 1/1 and let's go ahead and equip the Colossus Hammer on him.
I have a response
The attempt equipped.
on the Planeswalker ability.
Then it's before this comes
Yeah.
in.
I will tap 3, one of those being red, and I will Chaos Warp the Colossus Hammer.
Okay. So this is still on the stack. It has not resolved yet.
Correct. So
But
Chaos
the
Warp
Chaos
has
Warp
resolved
goes first.
The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it onto the battlefield. And then we just hope that he doesn't shuffle Colossus Hammer to the top.
Yeah.
Because that's embarrassing and
You're
sad.
gonna cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut. And if it's all me, then it's my fault.
I like to notify about the tap. All right.
Reveal it.
Ready?
Oh,
Generous
gift.
gift. It doesn't even work.
Nope.
No.
Which is cool, but
Does
it
it
does
go
get
back
the
to the top?
No,
Yeah, it just stays.
on top.
They just reveal it.
Do you see he's got a generous gift?
He's got a generous gift in
Wonder
there.
what that's gonna be used
Hey,
on
blue
next
player.
turn. Okay, so this will come in. Let's equip the Dark Steel plate to it. Then I'll pass the turn.
Lair
Prior
Bear.
to the end of the turn,
Oh, God.
I'll tap this for double green, and then tap 6, putting 3 into the X on Shigeki's channel ability. So I will return X target non-legendary cards from my graveyard to my hand. I'll be returning Cyclonic Rift,
I did my best, huh?
Mind's Dilation, and Tide Channel Pathway.
I think what makes it scary is that he always finds a way to get the cards back. It's not.
Larry
I'll
Bonus
respond
mustache.
to that, and I'll use Balan's ability to attach.
Seems good. I'll go to my turn. I'll draw, or untap, upkeep. Draw, I'll play a Tide Channel Pathway.
Are you gonna pass? I'm gonna take a wild guess.
I think it behooves me to pass, G. Actually, hold on. I'll pay 2 and cast Masked Vandal. 1/3 with Changeling. When it enters the battlefield, I may exile a creature card from my graveyard. If I do, I exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. I'll exile Llanowar Elves from my graveyard, and then I will exile Whisper Silk Cloak. I will pass the turn after that.
Before you pass turn, I will lose 1 life. I will crack the food, gain 3 life.
Nice.
I will then proceed to untap. I will draw for turn.
What made you lose a life?
The Mount Doom.
That seems rude.
I'm gonna play Marsh Flats.
Huge.
I'll tap a crack in a second, lose a life.
Huge.
I'll get a swamp.
Huge swamp.
Continues to do descendy things. Go ahead, give me a cut.
Okay.
The question is, should we all draw cards?
Yeah, I'm down.
I love that idea.
I
Big
don't think
draw
anyone
card.
objects.
Let's do that. I think that's fun for the game.
We love the group hug.
Let's all draw a card and then discard a card.
Draw. I'll discard his Steam Vents.
I'll discard a Solemn.
Forest.
I'll do Mirkwood Bats. 'Cause I don't know if I want to make Ray angry. I feel like you've been nice.
You don't want
Could
the
hit you
problem.
for 2.
Yeah, could hit you for 9.
And you can see that, and I think we have other problems on the board.
Yeah.
I will pass the turn, and we'll do the Lava Tongue choice.
Okay.
You discard a card, sack permanent, take 3 life.
I'll take 3.
I will also be taking 3. Down to 19.
I'll discard Kodama's Reach.
You
End
look
step.
way too comfortable, Ray.
On you look way too. What do you mean?
Well, everyone knows I have a Cyclonic Rift, but you're just like la-di-da, dude.
Are we friends though?
I mean, I don't know. You tell me. The ball's kind of in your court,
friends.
dude.
We've been friends. Play a Fabled Passage. I'll sacrifice Fabled Passage. I'm gonna go get a mountain. It comes in untapped because I control 4 other lands. Then I will shuffle my library. I'll pay 3. 1, 2, 3. And I will play Mana Flare. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produced.
Wow. That's every player.
Yeah, we're going crazy. Well, I know the Cycrypt is coming, so I'm trying to do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'll tap this for 2 green and this for 2 blue because they tap for double. And I'll play Killer Service. When ATBs create a number of food tokens, each number of opponents I have. 3. So I'm up to 4 food tokens. And it has, at the beginning of my end step, I may pay 2 colorless and sacrifice a token. And if I do, create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token. Pay 1. This counts for double. Sacrifice a food. gain 3 life. 1, 2, 3. Jenny Flint triggers, putting a +1/+1 counter on Madame Vastra because I sacrificed a clue or food. And then I'll do that 3 more times because it costs 2 for each food. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 7, 8, 9. And 3 more going here. So is that 7? I'm out of food tokens. I'm out of mana. Then I'll move to combat.
You're in combat.
It's coming, right? Can I trust you to Cyclonic Rift?
I mean, I'm not gonna do Cyclonic Rift when you tell me to.
No, I'm just making sure at some point you're gonna.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay, cool. Because I'm again tired of sacrificing, I will swing all these your way. Madame Vastra and Jenny Flint at you, Lynch.
Okay.
On attack, because Flint is attacking with something with greater power, being Madame Vastra, this gets a +1/+1 counter. This is a 10/10, must be blocked, and this is a 4/4 with first strike.
Yeah. I'll block and kill your guy with the death touch.
Okay, I don't get the Vastra trigger, right?
And then how much?
This is 4 commander.
3, 4.
And then I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. No, you're gonna do it at the end of my turn anyway, right?
Honestly, not necessarily.
I don't believe you.
If you want to ask me not to do it at the end of your turn, I can say yes or no. I mean, I don't know. What do you have to offer?
Are you gonna do it at the end of my turn?
If you don't attack me, I won't.
Okay, I like that.
How long are you gonna live under the fear cloud of?
For the rest of my life, if the answer is there.
At some point, we gotta get cards out of people's hands.
I tried, but he kept putting them back in his hand.
Not always.
I'll go to combat. I will swing at, well, I have 3 commander damage at you, right? You got 46 over here. You have no blockers?
No blockers.
I'm gonna swing at you, Ray. It's a 3/3 double strike.
Okay, I'll declare no blocks.
Okay. It has double strike as long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it.
Okay.
I will take 6 damage total then, and that's commander, and I'll make you the sun.
Okay, then I'll hit +2, second main phase. I'll hit +2 here, bringing it up to 9. I'll spawn another 1. I think we could probably put the Darksteel on it, on the one that came in, and then I'll pass the turn.
Prior to the end of the turn, I'll float 10 mana, 4 of it blue. Or wait, 2, 4, 6,
12.
8, 10. Tap for 12, 3 of it green, I guess, from Flooded Grove. I'll use 2 of that 12 to activate Alchemist Refuge, giving my stuff flash. I have 10 mana to be able to do stuff. I'll flash in Blasting Station. Artifact, sacrifice a creature. Blasting Station deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Whenever a creature comes into play, you may untap Blasting Station. Then, with the remaining 7 mana, I'll flash in Mind's Dilation. Enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts his or her first spell each turn, that player exiles the top card of his or her library. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost.
So don't play spells, got it, heard.
Uh,
I'm gonna move to my turn.
Perhaps I should have swung at Larry.
Perhaps I shouldn't have played mana.
But then he would have riffed it.
Upkeep,
Yeah, true.
draw.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta get that rift out.
Sometimes you just
Maybe
kill
we
Larry.
can get it out. That way I don't have to discard.
6, cast my commander, Moritte of the Frost. You may have Moritte of the Frost enter the battlefield as a copy of a permanent you control, except it's legendary and snow in addition to its other types. I'm living the dream right now, and I get to have another Mind's Dilation, except this one's legendary.
And so it's not a creature?
No, it's just an enchantment. It's a snow Mind's Dilation.
I'll respond.
Oh, pero por qué? Don't do this, V.
Bro, get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. This guy said don't do this?
So with this on the stack,
Yeah.
you're gonna respond.
Yeah, I'll cast Generous Gift, targeting Mind's Dilation.
Technically,
So-
you're floating 4 mana,
Yeah.
using 3 of it for generous.
Exactly, and I got 1 floating. Doesn't that trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, so reveal from the top or
Not a
exile?
land. Aw, really? I'm responding to the Generous Gift. I have 1 blue mana floating here. I'll use that to tap Flooded Grove, making double green +1, triple green, and then double blue here, so I have 5 in my pool. I'll use a green and a blue down to 3 in my pool to activate Alchemist Refuge.
We're on your turn right now.
Yes. And I'll add 4 more for 7 total to flash in Thunderfoot Baloth. 5/5 trample as long as you control your commander. Thunderfoot Baloth gets +2/+2, and other creatures you control get +2/+2 and have trample. I have no other responses.
Okay. So this
So,
resolves, this
well-
dies, you get a 3/3.
I get a 3/3.
Then this comes in as a copy of this.
That is exactly what I'm finna do. So now this ETBs as a copy of Thunderfoot Baloth. It will be legendary and snow and get 2 +1/+1 counters. This thing's at 9 loyalty? I'll declare battle. I'll attack.
How big is it?
5, 7, because it gets +2/+2 from this thing, and then +2/+2 from my commander, who's a copy of this thing, and has trample. Yeah, honestly, I don't even think I really care, dude. I'll just swing on Vahan for 5.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of magic we like to see, chaos.
Hell yes.
+4/+4, that's some shit, brother. Yeah, that's bigger than my commander.
No text box
It's a 2/2.
effects.
I'll just block with this. I'll take 4.
I'll pass. I guess I should have just like passed the turn, and then when you eventually went to remove this, I could have flashed in Moritte. I really wanted to live this dream, Vahan.
I'm gonna hold priority on your
End step?
Dream crushers, dude. That's what we do.
Hell yeah. Frick them dreams.
Take those dreams, turn them into nightmares.
I think what I'll do is I will tap for 4. I'll sacrifice the Underworld Cookbook. This is all happening in your end step. And then I'll put Grief back in my hand. Then I'll go to my untap, upkeep, draw. All right, I'm gonna tap for 3.
6. Just remember who's giving you extra mana when you go
Okay,
to
hold
do
on.
things.
I'm just gonna do all of this then. We tap it all out.
What is this
So
math
what?
thing you
So
talking
1,
about?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yep.
You don't want to do the hug draw?
Yeah. Can we hug draw because I gave you the mana?
But I will have to lose a life to the Doom. This will be 6 black, 6 red, and then 2 colorless.
You're not going to do the hug draw last chance?
Toxic Deluge. 1 and 2 colorless.
Okay.
What's the biggest toughness in the board?
These guys are currently 9.
I will lose 10 life to make sure in case anything happens.
Yes, dude.
I'll respond.
I don't have a response.
In response, I'll tap Blasting Station and sacrifice Masked Vandal, ping Nahiri for 1 down to 8.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Resolves, we're all good, Larry? No more?
No me gusta.
Sorry, no, I went to 1 from 6. It should have only been to 5. I only used
You
1.
only used 1.
Yeah. Now here's a question. I didn't know exactly how many creatures died.
Oh.
1.
2, 3, 4, 5 for me.
3 from me.
So 9? 9 creatures died. That's important.
9.
That's just exciting.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna Mahadri Emporium Master. At the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token for each creature that died this turn. I'll use 2 red,
Okay. So
going to 4,
Black going
and
to
1
4.
black going to 4.
8 remaining. You make 9 treasure tokens.
At the end step.
That untaps my Blasting Station.
Yep.
I'm gonna take all 8, and I'm going to cast Razakath, the Foul-Blooded. Flying Trample, 8/8, pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature, search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, and shuffle.
That's good.
Response, nothing. Living on a dream.
I will now go to my end step. So then I get 9 treasure tokens because 9 creatures died due to Mahadi Emporium Master's Cat Devil's ability. I pass the turn.
Just a casual, that's it. 9 treasures.
Well, that was an end step, yeah.
I tap upkeep, draw. Wow. I will tap the forest for 2 green, the Tropical Island for 2 green, for 4 mana, and I'll play Forgotten Ancient. When a player casts a spell, I may put a +1/+1 counter on it. And at the beginning of my upkeep, I may move any number of +1/+1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. I will tap this mountain for 2 mana, and I'll play Arcane Signet. I cast a spell, I'll put a +1/+1 counter on Forgotten Ancient.
Looks like the Infinity Gauntlet.
I know. I'm Thanos, dude. 6 with 1 floating. Here, I will recast Jenny Flint. I cast a spell, I'll put a +1/+1 counter, and then my 1 floating, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Madame Vostra. Yep, I have 1 extra floating. This gets a +1/+1 counter. After rebuilding, I'm all tapped out other than my Arcane Signet. I will pass the turn to you.
Okay. I will untap. Yep. Draw. Play a land.
Oh, he finally got it.
I will tap 2 lands, floating 4, and I'll cast Wrath of God. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated.
Responses?
No.
In response to your Wrath of God, I'm gonna use Razakath's ability to sack Mahadi Emporium Master, and I will pay 2 life to search for a card and then shuffle
In his
in
hand?
my hand.
Okay.
I had a Mind's Dilation once.
He almost had 2. And then he did.
That would have been pretty dirty, dude.
So I got my card before Wrath of God resolves. I will crack 2 treasures, going to 7, and I will cast Tybalt's Trickery. So I
Countering
will
it?
counter the Wrath of God, and then we will roll, because we have to roll.
Cast trigger, Forgotten Ancient trigger, you cast a spell, so I put a +1/+1 counter on it.
So now we'll roll 1, 2, 3,
And I
and
know that
then
many
4,
cards.
5, 6. 4 would be 1, 5 would be 2, 6 would be 3. So that way I don't have to roll twice. So that would be 1. Tybalt's Trickery, colorless red, instant. Counter target spell. Choose 1, 2, or 3 at random. We found out from rolling it was 1 that got chosen. So you will mill exactly 1 card, then exile the top card of your library until they exile a non-land card with a different spell name. They may cast that card without paying its mana cost. They may put the exiled cards in the bottom of random order.
Awesome. Okay, so then this gets countered.
Correct.
I'm gonna mill 1. It's a Steel Shaper's Gift.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go from the top till
Gets
it's a
exiled.
non-land. It's a Hammer of Nazan.
It gets exiled, then you may cast it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without paying its mana cost. Whenever a hammer or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. It gets +2/+0 and has indestructible.
On the cast of Hammer Nazan from exile, Forgotten Ancient will trigger. I'll put a +1/+1 counter on it.
So I don't have any creatures, so this won't trigger. I'll tap 3, but make it 6, and I'll cast Balan.
Forgotten Ancient trigger.
Then I'll hit the +2 here, go to 10, and spawn a 1/1. And I suppose I'll equip the hammer, and I'll pass the turn.
All right. Untap,
Not like it matters, because Larry's gonna Rift.
Should we survive the Wrath of God? But eventually.
untap, upkeep, draw. Well, I think you counted the wrong spell, guy. I'll play a snow-covered island, tap Flooded Grove for triple green, and then I have 1 more here, so that's 4 total, 3 of it green, another 4 for 8 total, and I'll cast Woodfall Primus.
On cast, I get a thing before you start reading.
6/6 trample creature, Treefolk Shaman. When Woodfall Primus comes into play, destroy target non-creature permanent. Has persist. When this creature is put into a graveyard from play, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to play under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. I'll blow up a treasure.
Okay. In response, I will sack the one you target.
Then I'll pay 7, green, blue, bunch of other, and cast Moritte. Responses to me casting Moritte.
No response, just a
I
cast
would-
trigger.
I would advise you to respond if you can, namely by bouncing or exiling Woodfall Primus.
I have no cards in hand.
I have no response.
Moritte will come in, copy Woodfall Primus, enters with 2 +1/+1 counters. You need to respond like right now.
Yeah.
Oh, because he just goes infinite?
Yeah, with
Blasting Station,
I
I,
mean,
can sack Moritte, persist triggers, brings it back, comes back with 2 +1/+1 counters, copying Woodfall Primus, and then resetting the persist each time, because persist gives it a -1, itself gives it 2 +1s. Each ETB untaps the Blasting Station. So if you guys can't respond with this ETB trigger on the stack,
need to-
or with this on the stack, if you guys can't respond,
We need
it's
to blow
going to
up
be
the
game
blasting
over.
station.
Unfortunately, I have no responses.
I have no hand, I have no responses.
Okay.
No, dude.
Moritte is going to come into play as a copy of Woodfall Primus. It's going to blow up another treasure. It's going to get 2 counters. It's going to have persist because of Woodfall Primus. I'll tap Blasting Station. I'll ping Mike for 1, sacrificing Moritte. Persist triggers. Moritte comes in, copies Woodfall Primus,
Okay.
and gets 2 +1 counters from its ability. The Woodfall Primus ETB, I blow up a treasure, and Woodfall Primus also has persist. Then I tap Blasting Station, sacrificing Moritte to ping Mike for 1. That's going to trigger the persist on the Moritte copy of Woodfall Primus. So she's going to re-enter play, and that's going to trigger Moritte, negating the -1, netting her 1 +1 counter, and most crucially, untapping Blasting Station. That allows me to tap Blasting Station again. Oh, and also ETB, destroy a target non-creature permanent. I'm going to do another treasure. That
on this.
untaps Blasting Station, and I'm able to continue pinging life totals 1 at a time. This will come back from persist each time, and as long as I copy Woodfall Primus, the 2 +1/+1 counters that Moritte gives itself negate the -1 counter that Woodfall Primus's persist ability gives. So I end up with Moritte on 1 +1 counter, Blasting Station untapped, and blow up a non-creature permanent on the stack.
Are you able to kill Ray with all the permanents we have and not get rid of all your permanents?
So with this trigger on the stack, I tap it and do it again. It comes back, untaps this, gets a +1 counter, triggers this again. I put another trigger on the stack targeting the same land. In response, I tap, I sack this, it comes back, untaps this, and I target that land again. In response to that trigger, each time it's a new trigger targeting the same land, but I never let it actually resolve. I just sack in response.
Yeah, you don't even need to.
No, but it's good to explain that.
Yeah,
a lot of people
100%.
get confused with stuff like this.
Well,
about
it's
how
good to
you
know
can
that
interact.
you can respond to the ETB trigger, so the ETB trigger never resolves.
I never
they
have
all
to
just
let
sit on
this
that stack,
resolve,
yeah.
so I'll never run out of targets here.
Yeah.
As long as I never let them resolve.
Exactly.
Yep. Do we have a way to break the loop, or did Larry find a way?
I don't have a response.
Do
Do you
it
have?
Moritte will enter the battlefield and put 3 triggers on the stack. It'll untap Blasting Station, it'll give itself 2+1 counters, negating the -1 counter from Persist, and it'll blow up a permanent. I will put the blow up a permanent first, and then Blasting Station, and then the +1/-1. So Blasting Station untaps, counters go on, and then I'll target a land. I'll hold priority in response to that final trigger for blowing up the land, and then tap the Blasting Station again. That way I'm never running out of targets. Moritte keeps coming in and getting sacrificed to Woodfall Primus. I'm never actually blowing up any lands because I maintain priority with that trigger on the stack each time and make Blasting Station go brrrr.
Damn. So what happens to our like?
Wait a minute, I actually have a braid. I destroyed. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh wait,
No, it's just a gamble.
The gamble you needed to
gamble I
get the
needed.
counter.
I was like, you made him spin it 4 times just to blow it up.
I know. What if I did that?
Just
What if
blow
I did that?
I'd be
Good.
so
But at least I had a red
so
card for fake it out.
moral of
later.
the story, like the combo piece sat here for a few turns just collecting dust, and then I top decked this, and then
Well, you need, it's 3 pieces you need. You need your commander, you need this, and then you needed this to have the persist.
yeah.
That's I mean,
3-card combo is legit.
Yeah.
Fair magic.
yeah, it goes
We
like
needed
that.
your swords
Good
to
win.
plowshare, bud.
I've never.
I never drew it, but I did
that's tough.
save us with that generous
GG,
gift.
Laird. GG.
GG, guys.
GG.
Fun
Good
game.
game.
Dude, I was at 40 live.
You thought you were cake.
I thought I was him for a little bit, and then I was dead.
You gotta realize is Larry likes to look like he's got nothing on the board.
How many times have I
like-
told you guys? Kill Larry World Peace. This needs to be embedded
I did.
in
I'm the only one who
everyone's
got him down, I
brains.
feel like. Who else hit Larry?
I hit Larry.
Okay, I hit Larry.
I did
a
not
lot.
hit Larry. That was a lie.
Did you not hit Larry?
I hit Larry with the 2-2, but I swung the commander at you.
Yeah, you came at me. So you're the one who failed. when you
Otherwise,
killed
he would have
Larry
riffed
Peace.
it.
Yeah.
I was trying to
should've
save
forced the
myself
rift
from,
out.
yeah,
instead
but
you
then
got
I would have
Duluth.
discarded.
You
I
get
deluged you.
You get the
I was
loose.
okay with
Deluged
Duluth.
you like Duluth.
Duluth trading.
How was it coming back on the show?
Oh, it was so much fun, man. I love playing Magic with you guys and having good, dramatic, changing games where I didn't think Larry was going to win on one turn. I thought it was pretty awesome.
I didn't know that he had a top deck that I probably should have kept. Probably should have let your
Yeah,
your
my
Wrath happen
Wrath
and then
probably not looking too
countered his
bad.
thing. But I just was really excited about keeping the Razakath and swinging with an 8/8
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
constantly being able to search for things by just paying 2 life. So I got greedy.
Yeah, always
The,
good.
the greed got me.
Yeah.
How was it?
I hate it here. No, it's always fun. Even if I lose, it's always fun to see. I've never gotten.
Yeah, Woodfall Primus.
If I ever get Woodfall Primus again, I'll remember what to do.
I like how you already forgot it. It already
Yeah,
like you're ready. You're like, wait a minute, what just happened again?
It's because I moved on.
You moved on.
We moved on.
You still won our hearts even though you haven't won a game.
Thank you.
You know?
Wow, dude. That's a good one.
Well, no, because
next-
he has.
Tune in next time when
He's
me and
always
Ray
there.
are on a team.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'll see you in Two-Headed Giant.
Yeah,
Food Bros.
Yeah, Food Bros.
And with that said, every other Friday, check us out here on I Hate Your Deck. And if you can support us on Patreon, it helps keep us going, helps keep the lights on so we can keep making this show happen. All right, y'all. Peace. If you really want to support I Hate Your Deck, there's a lot of ways to help support us. Number one way is through Patreon. Patreon is a great place where you get to join our community. We have a Discord where we play a lot of Magic with our friends, and there's such a community of people from around the world in our Discord. So if you want access to our deck list, do you want to play Magic with a lot of people from all over the world and interact or help brew your decks, the I Hate Your Deck Discord through Patreon will help you get all that done. Hey, if you've been liking I Hate Your Deck, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications when we have new episodes coming out. And we also have bonus episodes. If you want to see those bonus episodes that were too hot for YouTube, join our Patreon to check that out. I Hate Your Deck would like to thank our sponsor, No Pulp Media. It's where we're shooting right now, and it's where a lot of people come to record music or do podcasts. So if you're looking to do that, check out No Pulp Media here in Long Beach.
Hey, it's time for the random Patreon shoutouts. I'd like to thank T. Rippin, Burp Snart, and E. Koger. Thanks, guys.
If you want a shout out, you need to be a tier 4 or tier 5 patron where we give shout outs. Now, we love all of our patrons, but it's just one of the perks of being a tier 4 or tier 5 patron. Without you patrons, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be able to keep making content. So thank you so much for helping us make this show a reality, and we're really excited to keep bringing you great content for the years to come. I can't wait to be able to bring my son on the channel once he gets old enough, let me tell you.
I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. I hate your deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I hate your deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I hate your deck. Join the I Hate Your Deck Patreon exclusive Discord to get the various benefits and be able to play Commander daily with people from around the world in our global community. I Hate Your Deck.